things you are keeping in your life which you think you need to let go of? Toxic thing is like toxic relationship which you both of parties really want to maintain but things are not working. Toxic thing like negative habits where you are continuously engaging in such activity like excessive alcohol consumption or smoking at all. Toxic thing like self doubt and negative self talk, constantly criticizing yourself or someone. Toxic thing like fear of change. Yes, fear of change is also toxic thing. Do you think ki if I will change my flat, this thing will happen? Do you think if I will change my job, you always avoid the necessary change? Toxic thing like social media overshow. Continuously you are searching social media, you are watching reels, you are spending lots of time in the social media. So if you are the one who continuously indulge ourselves in this kind of toxic things, this is the time to leave all these behind. Remember these five toxic things. Number one, toxic relationship. Forget all those bad relationships which is not helping you to move forward and grow in your career, grow in your goals. Second toxic thing is negative habits. You need to make sure you have good habits. Third toxic thing which you need to forget, self doubt and negative self talk. Very important, follow that. Fourth toxic thing which you always need to remember, fear of change. Are you the one who always worried with the small change and stopping himself or herself to do the new experiment? So make sure that you cannot do because that is also a toxic thing. Last but not least, you need to remember social media overuse is also a toxic thing which you need to stop doing if you really want to achieve something in the life. With this, today I am going you to share a very important, very informative, very useful story, and this story is going to tell you don't carry your worries around with you everywhere you go, as they will do nothing but bring you down. So stop bringing your worries, your fear, your anger, and moving forward. So once a psychology professor walked around his classroom full of students holding a glass of water with his arm straightened out to the side. He asked his students, how heavy is this glass of water? The students start shout out guesses ranging over 4 ounce to 1 pound. The professor replied, the absolute weight of this glass isn't matter that matter while I am holding it. Rather, it's the amount of time that I hold on to it that makes an impact. If I hold it for say 2 minutes, it doesn't feel like much of a burden. If I hold it for an hour, its weight may become more apparent as my muscle began to tire. If I hold it for an entire day or week, my muscle will cramp and I likely feel numb or paralyzed with pain, making me feel miserable and unable to think about anything aside from the pain that I am in. In all these cases, the actual weight of the glass will remain the same, but the longer I clench onto it, the heavier it feels to me and more burdensome it's on hold. The class understood and shook their heads in the agreement. The professor continued to say, this glass of water represents the worries and stress that we carry out around with us every day. If you think about them for a few minutes and then put them aside, it's not heavy burden to bear. If you think about them a little longer, you will start to feel the impacts of the stress. If you carry your worries with you all day, you will become incapacitated, prohibiting you from doing anything else until you let them go. So, put down your worries and stresses and don't give them your entire attention while your life is passing by you. Very important here, don't carry your worries around with you everywhere you go, as they will do nothing but bring you down. Put your glass down each night and move on from anything that is unnecessarily stressing you out. Don't carry the extra weight into the next day. Very important here, don't carry your extra weight and stop taking that forward. With this, today I am going you to share a very important sales technique. This sales technique is saying it's not about you. No one cares what you want. It's about the customer, their issues, their goal, their problem, and their business. They couldn't give you a shit about your quota, your product, your needs, your anything. It's all about the client. And once you get that into your head, everything about selling will change. So you need to make sure during the conversation, during the meeting, you only talk, you only think about your prospects, issues, goals, problems, and business. Because until unless you are not having the solution, you are not having the product or service which help your prospect to reduce their pain, to increase their business, to achieve their goal, they are not going to spend any time with you. They only spend time when they feel, yes, this person is having something which can, which is having the capability to solve my problem, which has the power to reduce my pain, which help to make my money. So very important here to understand, have the deep level of understanding of your prospect pain, problems, and their goals. And based upon that, you continuously fine tune your business proposals and offering, then only your prospect is going to spend more time with you. This is all for today. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, feel free to put in the comment box. And again, I would like to appreciate all your best wishes for my 40 under 40 awards and wishes. And thank you so much for that. Stay happy and take care of yourself. Thank you so much.